let's sit back in your chair and let's just relax first. Just closing your eyes, feel your body sinking back into your chair. Just feel like you're being supported. That someone has your back for you. So you know there's always someone behind you holding you up. Start with a breath. Taking those deep breaths. Nice and slow though. And then just slowly sitting up. And just lifting your arms and feel like you're stretching nice and long. And then just sway just a little to the one side and then the other. Just creating this space in your body. Good, then just release it down. And then just let your head just sway side to side. Get nice and slow. And then just center and looking forward. And take your feet out a little bit wider. You're going to lift up the arms. Then you're going to bring your arms out to the side. You're going to bring them out in front of you, then go the other way, and just keep going all the way around that way. But just feel like you're, move at your own pace. Feel good. You're just opening yourself up. And when you're ready, go the other way. And you're coming up. Now you're going to swing your hands behind you and then out to the corner. And swing behind you and out to the corner. And one more. You're then just lifting your arms back up from here and then go back the other way into the corner. And then just come back to center as you're lifting yourself up and then lean forward and then come back up. Feel like you're just leaning forward from your hips and then lifting up from your hips. Do that one more time. Just lean forward from your hips and then lift back up. You're taking your feet now just a little forward. Forward of your knees, and then it's just swirling, like swirl your hips around. Just feeling this relaxing feeling going running up your spine as you do this. Place your hands onto your hips. And go around the other way. Good. Now your hands are on your legs. Slide them in, inhaling. Exhale and round your back. Roll up the spine with your breath. Let's do one more. And then roll all the way up. Just separate your feet again. Take the forearm down and bring your arm over. And you're just gonna let yourself kind of roll forward. You'll feel a stretch to the back part of the body. I have my window open. I'm gonna have to close it because they're building a garage across the street and I can hear them banging. Just roll forward again. Bring your arm down, come up and over. And then again, roll. Bring the arm down and bring it over. And just stay a little bit longer with your breath. Okay, then coming all the way back up. And we do the other side. The forearm comes down, let the arm come over. And then do that little rounding, little stretch to the side, back of the body. Try not to lift the shoulder. Let it come down, open up again, bring it over, and then round. Bring it down, bring it over. And then one more, just looking down. Swing it down and let it come over your head to stay a little longer here. And then lift all the way back up. Good, now just lean forward and circle yourself around. And then just go around the other way. And now from here, lean a little forward, but drop into your shoulder. It doesn't matter which one, just drop it and look behind you. Come all the way straight back up and do the other shoulder, just dropping it down. Forward, coming all the way back up. Job. Now lean forward, but squeeze the shoulder blades together as you lift the heart and round and roll it up. Stack the spine, do that again. Squeeze, lift. Job. One more time. Job. You're taking your legs forward. What we're going to do is just open up a little bit more into the shoulders and the back, like your upper back. What you're going to do is take your left arm across and then your right arm on top of that one. Just crossed in front of you. Now you're going to slide your arms down to the sides of your legs. Try to not make sure you're not underneath the breast, you're above the breast. So you're coming down as far as you can feel comfortable, but your arms are in front of the breast, not underneath. And then just stay here. Now try not to drop your head, just letting your spine, like you're just looking towards the floor, but not tucking your chin under. But just relax there and feel how you can relax between the shoulders, shoulder blades. Try not to lift the shoulders to your ears so much. Just let them relax. It's a little confined in the chest. That's okay. Just taking still breath. It's your upper lungs that you're squeezing into. You're going to press onto your feet to come up slowly. Press your feet, feet coming all the way up. And stay here, take a breath. Nice deep breath. Okay, now you're gonna cross. So my left arm was on top. I'm changing. Just take the other arm. And then do that again. Slide down. Okay, it's going to be just a little uncomfortable at first, but try to relax into it. With a relaxing full breath. And again, slowly press into your feet, coming up. Good. So here, take another deep breath. You're going to take your arms to your sides, but roll the shoulders forward, up, and back. One more like that. You're going to take your arms out and squeeze back with the arms, the elbows, and then take your hands like you're just reaching them back to the sides of the chair. Pull the lower ribs in and then lean forward. Now hold on to the chair if you can reach it. And then slowly just coming all the way back up and lift up both arms from here. And we're going to twist. So twisting to the side, doesn't matter which way. Now lift the arms again. The other side. And then lift. Good, bring it back down. Okay, let's come into your hands, just open and close. Gonna squeeze down the fingers to the inside of your hand and open it out wide. And just feel like each time you're doing it, they might get a little lower, squeezing in tighter. A couple more like this. Gonna take your palm up and then just stretch them back now. Stretch into your wrist. Let's bend at your elbow and then pull it forward again. Pull the hand forward. And do that one more time. Gonna bend it. Just grab onto your thumb and push forward. And the other hand. Bend the elbow. Push forward. Bend. Push forward. And one more. And then bend it and grab onto your thumb. Let it go. Just flip everything around. Around the other way. And just shake it all out. And then like you're spraying water away. Okay, we're gonna get down into more of the legs and your core here too. Keep my stuff away. All right, what you're gonna do though, take your knees and your feet out a little bit wider. And then take your arms out. So your palms are gonna be forward. And then all you're doing is just gonna reach over to your one side and the other the other arm is gonna lift. And then using your core strength to pull the belly in and come all the way back up. So think about the center of your body is lifting you up. And then we do the other side. So you're just coming over. You can even just come to the knee. You don't have to come down too far. And then come up. So your hand, when I'm coming to the side, my hand almost like moves so that my small finger lifts up. So it's up and then forward. Good. Other way. So it's a little bit of a twist, but you're using the core strength. You feel a stretch here, then you use the strength to come back up. Cross and lift. Or just do that one more time. So one side and open, then the other side and open. Good job. Okay. Now you're going to take your feet out in front of you and your knees are together and your belly pulls in. Now your arms are out to the sides again, but you can see with your peripheral vision, you can see your hands. So they're not too far back so that you can't see them. You want to be able to see them. Okay, so all I'm doing is moving from my waist. So my arms, my shoulders don't move. They just kind of move along with the top part of my body. So I'm going to inhale and then just move from my waist and kind of squeeze right into your oblique muscle. And then you come back forward. And then you do the other side. So just squeeze into the oblique as you twist. And you come back forward and release the arms down. Okay. Now you take your hands with your elbows out and your hands on top of the shoulders. Pull the belly in, spine is nice and long. Same thing, you're just going to twist from your waist, but take the arms out now and squeeze a little bit more. Then take the hands back on your shoulders and come back forward. And we do the other side. So you're tall with the spine. You twist from your waist, the arms come out. Twist a little more, squeeze it. Your hands back to the shoulders, back forward, release the arms. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Hands to the shoulders, fingertips. Straight spine, you turn, you open, squeeze, put back on the shoulders and back forward. Then the other side. Twist, open, squeeze, back onto the shoulders, back forward, and let the arms relax. Very good. Just circle a little, releasing that tension in your neck and your shoulders. Go around the other way. Good job. Now more into the legs. You're going to let yourself roll back to your chair. Just adjust if you need to. So you want to keep in the belly, you want to keep the lower ribs down. So like you're pulling your navel right into your spine. Now lift up your knee, kick it out, bring it in, and just step down with it. And lift the other leg, but you're keeping this strong as you're moving your legs. Hit, bend it, bring it down. Let's do one more set like this. You're going to hold underneath the leg. And you're going to roll yourself up. So feel like your head is going to come up first, like you're rolling, and then sit up tall. And now feel like your lower back, like you're tucking the tail under the pelvic, and that's what rolls you down back to the chair. And I'm going to scoot myself a little bit more forward to give myself a little bit more of a challenge. Okay, so you roll it up, sit tall, then tuck the tail and roll back slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And then roll back up, tuck the tail, and roll it down. Two more. Roll it up, tuck the tail, roll it down. And last one coming up. And roll it down. Very good. Now with the leg, you can lift it up, bend it down, lift like you're pushing your heel up, drop it down, lift it up. Now stay there. You can hold underneath the leg or you can hold a little higher. Now you're going to do that rolling again. So you roll it up, like you're going to roll up your leg and then roll back down. So it's a little bit harder to do. Roll it up. You can always come back to what you were doing before. We're just going to do 3 of these. Roll it up. Roll it down, and then just give your leg a hug. Very good. And changing legs. Holding underneath the leg. You're going to roll yourself up. Straighten your spine. Tuck the tail and roll it down. This is a nice stretch for your back. Strengthens the core, but you're stretching into your spine, the muscles along the spine. Do one more like this. Good, now lifting the leg, pushing your heel up, let it release, push it up again, let it release, one more, let it release, now lift it up, hold it there, again you can just hold underneath the thigh, come a little higher, and then roll yourself back up, roll it down. You can feel it comes to like a little bit higher on the abdominal muscles. And just one more. And then just give yourself another hug. Good job. You can step down. You're going to hold on. Coming all the way back up. Now separate your knees out wider. And then just come forward and let yourself fall forward. Relaxing over. Then tuck the tail under and roll one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way back up. And take your legs down forward in front of you. You're going to take one foot out in front of you and you're just going to lift it up. Now your toes are going to be out with your heel in, so it releases your hip flexor here with your toes going out. And then just going to let yourself come circling, but not a big, big circle. It's just like you're going around your body with your shoulders. And then go around the other way. Gonna drop that foot down. Now turn your toes in, so now it hits the outside of your leg more. You're still releasing it to the hip flexor, but it's in the outside more. So now lift the leg and then circle it again. One direction. Remember, it's not too wide. And then around the other way. Keep the navel in. And now give the leg a hug and sit tall, inhaling. Then exhale, just kind of round your spine, bringing your leg in a little closer towards you. Let it go. Take the foot down. Change legs. The toes are out. You're lifting and you're doing your circles. Lift. Go around the other way. And let it come down and then turn your toes in. And lift again and circle. One leg is always harder than the other. And around the other way. All right, now give it a hug. Oh. Lift tall, inhaling, then exhale. Bring the leg in closer towards you. Nice stretch. Then release, taking your both feet down. Now let's stretch it more into the back of the leg. Lift the arms nice and tall. Dive forward. And push down with your foot. Come all the way up and then just change legs from here. Back forward. Not to lock your straight leg. And then push and come all the way up. Both feet down. And let's just dive forward. Come halfway up, inhaling. Exhale, and then push down with your feet. Come all the way up, inhaling. Your hands to your heart center with an exhale. And do that again. Lift, inhale. Dive forward. Come halfway. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to the heart. And one more, lift. Dive forward. Extend long. And coming all the way up. Your hands to your heart. Okay, let's bring your legs over to the side. So you're dropping your foot back. So you're feeling supported. You're centering your weight. Your foot is flat on the floor. And lifting the arms. You're taking your arms out to warrior two. Relax the shoulders. And then we're just going to run into a seated triangle. So feel like your femur bone is pulling in as you reach over the leg. Take your arm. You can take it down if you want, or take it on the inside, lifting the arm all the way up. Feel as though as if your ribs are lifting, you want to pull them down instead. So that creates more space into your lungs, your chest, your upper lungs. Then from there, just if your arm isn't already on your leg, just slide it down onto the leg and extend your arm over into side angle. Feeling your heart lifting towards the sky. And swing your hand down. Come right back into warrior two. We're going to do that same thing over again. So you reach over the leg, come into a triangle. Just what you need to in your body to feel that openness. And then right into that side angle. Swing the hand down. Now reverse warrior as you let your hand come back, lifting the other. John, will let that come down. Now you're just turning towards that side. I need to adjust my chair. You're bringing your arms back, feeling like you're rolling your arms in, not out, but in your upper arms. Roll it in, then interlace the fingers and push back with the knuckles. So you're actually squeezing the shoulder blades together and then push down with the knuckles. Maybe squeeze back even more with the shoulder blades together. You feel if your neck is pulling forward, feel like the back of the head is pushing back slightly. And then just let it go and relax it. You come forward. Place your forearms on your legs. Inhaling as you lift the heart. Round with an exhale. Do that one more time. Nice roll up the spine. And when you're stacked, you lift the arms, inhaling, and dive forward. Come halfway. Holding, push down with your feet, come all the way up. Your hands to your heart. Drop the other way with your legs. And then you're lifting the arms, coming up to warrior two. And then triangle as you reach over the thigh. Remember, not the top ribs don't puff up, I should say. Bring them down. And then slide the arm onto your leg, come into a side angle. And lift the arm right back into warrior two. And then reach over the leg back into your triangle. Slide the forearm back on the leg, side angle. And swing the arm, bring it back, reverse warrior. And coming up and adjust yourself on the chair so that you're facing to the side. And feeling again, you squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can interlace the fingers. You could just keep them apart too if it's too much. Dropping, oh, my chair is in my way, so I'm going to sit back a little. Squeeze and push down with the knuckles. Maybe squeeze longer and see if you're pushing it forward with your head. Try to bring the back of the head back a little if you're doing that. Maybe you bring the arms away from your body. And then just let it relax. And then come back forward. So stretching that out. So when you're in your cat and cow and you're bringing, you're rounding, feel like you can open up now in between the shoulder blades. And you're lifting the back of your heart. Inhaling, lift the front of your heart. And then round, pushing up with the back of the heart. Do that one more time. Roll yourself up. And let's do one more sun breath with the arms. And dive forward. Halfway. Push down to come all the way up. Your hands to your heart. You're going to release. You're going to stand. Come behind the chair. Stepping forward with your right foot, back with your left. So we're going to do warrior one. Just moving with warrior one. Right, so your knee is bent. You're going to lift the arms. And then just straighten the leg as you release the arms down. Bend the knee. Feel the weight onto the back rim of your foot. Make sure when you bend your knee, you can still see your toes, your front foot. Lift the arms. And then just releasing with your exhale and inhale lift. And each time you do it, again, maybe you get a little bit deeper. If you have to adjust your feet, adjust them. One more time. I'll just stay here in warrior one. Feel like instead of lifting and arching your lower back, you're arching more into the upper back. So you lengthen the tailbone and feel lifted in the chest, the heart. And then let that go, just lifting your heels so you can step forward. Change feet. So now with your left foot forward, maybe squeeze back with the left hip and the right hip a little forward. It's just, your hips don't have to be exactly towards the chair. Actually, shouldn't be, because then you're pushing too much into your back. Just visualize inside of your body that your hips are more balanced forward. And lift the arms. And then just let it go as you straighten the leg. And again, maybe come deeper. Make sure you can see your toes though. So your knee isn't coming in front of your ankle, in front of your toes. And then relax. Move with the breath, inhaling as you lift. Feel the weight on the back foot. And this will be our last one, just staying here now. And adjust in your body. You don't want the shoulders to lift, they come down. Pull the navel in. And then release, lifting your heel and stepping forward. And here we're going to sit into a chair. So your legs, your feet can be together or they can be a little bit wider. Not as wide as your hips, though, a little shorter than that if you can. Feel like you're pushing back with your hips, bending your knees, like you're going to sit back into a chair. But instead of arching your back, you're pulling your tailbone down slightly so the lower belly pulls in. Just to support you, you can take your hands out in front of you. They can lift higher or up higher as long as you're not lifting from the shoulders. And then sit back a little bit more, but squeeze in the lower belly. This really strengthens into the hips, the core, the pelvic muscles, and then squeeze and come all the way up. Let the arms go. Takes a lot of strength, so you feel like your heart rate will go up more, your breath gets a little bit more staggered. Try to keep that nice, slow, smooth breath. And then do that one more time. Push back with the hips first, then bend the knees. You should be able to see your toes too. You don't want your knees to come in front of the toes. And again, arms can just be where it feels good for your neck and your shoulders. And then squeeze to come all the way up and release. Good, you can turn your chairs. So we can do down dog here. Your hands will come underneath the shoulders, walking back with your feet. Your feet are separated in line with your hips. Bend the knees first, and then straighten the legs as you let your body fold over. Feel like you're relaxing. Your triceps kind of roll under here. You can stay there. You're coming into your plank. As you push the chair away, be strong in the arms, strong in the belly, the core. Or upward facing dog. So you open into the chest. Then push back with your hips, pull into the core. Your hips push back of your thighs. And then walk yourself to your chair. Bend your knees, rolling all the way up. Okay, so we're going to do a little balance here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands in front of you. You can watch me first if you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to interlace my fingers, and I'm going to put a little softness to both knees, and I'm going to lift my right leg back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend forward and tap my hands towards so my left hand's forward, I'm sorry. My hands are forward, but I'm going to turn to my right. My right leg is lifted, and I'm going to tap the outside of my chair. And then I'm going to come back up slowly. Okay? So what you can do is you come over, and if you feel like you're losing your balance, just tap the floor with your toes. And then you come back up. So my knee will bend as I come to the side, my standing leg, and then it'll straighten as I come back up. Okay? Do two more. Come over. Again, you can drop that back foot if you need to the floor, and then come back up slowly. Always move at your own pace, but nice and slow. You're using your core, using the legs, you're using your oblique muscles, and then relax it. A lot of work. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So my left leg is going to lift. My hands out in front of me. And then bending your standing leg. Come onto the left side of your chair. And then slowly come up as you straighten into your leg. Without locking your knee though, just have a little softness there. And then over again, keep the belly in. If I look to you, I'm going to fall. So go slow. And you can tap that foot down to the floor behind you. Let's do one more. And we release it down. Very good. And we're going to do a down dog, but we're going to flow with it. Instead of coming into a plank, we're going to just come into our upward facing dog. So you take your hands down, walk back with your feet, but they come out wide on your mat. Push back. And a stretch for your back, and then just go side to side with your hips. You can feel more stretch into the legs here. Take a little time to feel that release inside the inner thigh. And a stretch for your side body too. Okay, then from there, you're coming forward. And then just let your hips kind of drop, feel lifted in the heart, and push back. And do that 2 more times. Just inhaling as you come forward. Nice stretch for the core here too. Exhale back. I love doing this. It feels so good. One more. Then your feet will come closer and walk to your chair. Bending your knees, rolling all the way up. Let's just do one sun breath here. Your hands to your heart. Lift the arms. And dive forward. Do what you need to. Maybe bend the knees if you have to. Come halfway. And fold. Push with your feet. Come all the way up. Your hands to your heart. And then just going to do our sways here. Bend your knees a little twist. Let it go. One more. Good job. And then we're just going to sit down and get your weights. Okay, are you ready? Sitting with your straight spine. You're going to take your hands with your bent elbows. Okay. They're going to turn your hands, your palms face you. Squeeze them together. You're going to take it out. Drop the elbows and then push up with the arms. And then you come back here again. So they come in, side, down, and up. Yeah, you got it. Take your time. Shoulder keeps popping. Let's do one more. I lost count. Okay, now just come down with the arms. Now you're lifting up. Your arms are closer towards your head as you drop the weights back. And you lift and then come down. Good. You lift, they drop back, coming up and down. Push, keep the belly in, back, they lift and down. So try to keep the elbows to stay up as you drop the hands back. So 2 more. Last one. Good. Place your hands on your lap and take a few breaths here. You're going to take one arm up, down to your side. Inhale and exhale, it comes out to the side. Try not to go too high. Maybe just a tiny bit higher than your shoulder, but not high, not really high, not way up there. You don't want to pinch into the shoulder. I try to just keep mine in line with my shoulder. Might go a little higher, but. Exhaling. 2 more. And then just the other side. Inhale, exhale, it comes up. Very good. You're going to separate your feet and take your arms in front of you. You're going to lift up one arm, get not higher than your shoulder, then the other. And then from here, you're going to do a row. But keep your hands, the weight's just a little bit apart, and then come back down. Then you lift and row. Okay, exhale as your arm comes up, and the other, exhale, and then exhale when you're lifting. Two more sets. Last one. Now just keep your hands lifted and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze. One more. And let it go. You put down the weights. Cross the arms and open up. Just let it be loose. Just do some big, slow circles. One more. Then cross your arm in front of you, give it a hug. You can look over that shoulder. You want more stretch into the shoulder. And look forward, let that arm come out to the side. Let the jaw relax, let the ear fall, and then swing your arm forward and back. Leave the arm still, then reach towards the floor to lift your head slowly. Cross your other arm. You can slowly look over the shoulder. Let it go. It comes off to the side. Let the ear fall. Relax the jaw. Relax the neck. And then take your hand forward and back of the shoulder. Keep it still. Then reach to come all the way back up. And make a fist on your right side of your navel and lean forward. And you're sitting up. Then right underneath the navel. And lift. And on your left side. And we're lifting, then squeeze into the pelvic floor, the walls, hold them in. And let them relax, then do that again, squeeze harder. And relax one more time, pull up. And now relax. Sit back into your chair. Again, you can always come to the floor. Getting comfortable. Letting your body sink into the chair. Again, feel completely supported. Feel the chair under you, holding your body. Feel the top of your head relaxing and melting. Relax into your forehead and your brow, your eyes. Your eyelids relax. Your temples, around your ears. Letting your mouth soften, your cheeks relax. Your jaw, your throat, your neck, down into the shoulders, shoulder girdles. Relax down your arms, into your fingers, your thumbs. Feel the chest relax, the abdomen. Feel the muscles of your back sinking and relaxing more. Feel like the pelvic is opening, your hips widen as they relax. Your legs, your thighs, your knees, lower legs, down to your feet, to your toes. Feel any fears, any worries melting away. Let it go. Let it completely go. slowly. Sit with your straight spine again. Your eyes closed. Just repeating a mantra, Om Shanti, all peace. These words, these ancient words, have a lot of meaning. They hold a lot of great energy. Just knowing this Om Shanti will bring peace into your body just by repeating these words. Placing your hands together. Let's chant our Om. Take a deep breath. Light and divine in me bows to the light and divine in you. We meet as one. Namaste. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone.